Well, by the time you're watching this, who knows which one will be on day to day, who will be day to day, who will be out for the foreseeable future. Welcome back to Keeping Up with the Seattle Kraken, or at least what is left of them. Uh, we're adding to the injury report. Jade is dealing with vertigo. Miracle is dealing with head pain. I am bald. So all of us are dealing with upper body injuries. Um, who knows? We'll need backup hosts. I'm sure my shoulder moose can fill in for me. I don't know about you guys. Maybe Poston Matthews
He's
can,
over there
can
watching
sit
you
here for a
skating.
little bit. It's going to be Poston Matthews, Maverick, and my shoulder moose. That will be the episode.
I can
Uh,
pull Gert out of my closet.
oh, I gotta find my Gert again. Yeah. I will make it clear that we were talking about a plush gritty, and that is not something weird. It is a plush
Yeah.
gritty. I
I mean, it's still a
realize
little weird, but
we all just
I
say the
kind of
word dirt on this show, and some people don't know what that means, or if they're new, they're like, "What is happening?" There was a comment, I think on Miracle's first episode, where I was complimenting your mullet, I think, or your hair, and
it's not
someone
supposed
commented, they were like, "Wow, starting off with a hair joke, tough watch." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, I
to.
think Miracle was fine.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't remember it, so clearly it wasn't that
I don't know.
scarring.
The internet is a unique place. I think the lasting image right now of the internet to me is the Kraken Hockey Network. This is what I'm not starting out with games. I'm starting out with injuries. The graphic about players that are out. This is what, six players, six, I'd say pretty significant players that are out for you. Uh, uh, yeah, that's tough. Anyway, I guess I can talk about games first. Yeah, the road trip, the 6 game, 13-day road trip started in Montreal. You fall 5-4 to the Canadiens in overtime. I don't know why I said it like that. This one's tough. I mean, you're already pretty banged up. You would get more banged up as this road trip goes on, but you're playing a Canadiens team that made a push to the playoffs late last year. They've got a lot of talent. Seattle goes down early. They're able to score 2 goals each in the second and third period. Go into overtime. But Cole Caulfield nets his second, and you end up just coming out with a loser point. Which, you know, if you get multiple loser points, that's fine. I think a point of emphasis last season was too many games that were tight where you didn't get any points out of them, and a few of them here and there could certainly help you. It does suck that the Kraken had a lead going into the final minutes, and then Demidov gets the tying goal to send you to overtime. That sucks. It's a tough game in Montreal. The one I think that frustrated me was a little bit more was the Ottawa game. You lose in the shootout. I am tired of seeing certain people in the shootout. Um, I do like seeing Jared McCann in there. I mean, one of your best goal scorers, that's fine. Jordan Eberle, though, kind of not. I'm kind of done with 7 and 10 being in the shootout. I
They're
don't think.
very heavy on the 10. Yeah.
I,
Hmm.
I think those two get in there a lot, and they don't produce a lot. So why do we keep trying? I will throw in a healthy Adam Larson for shootout.
I'm
Uh,
glad you said it, not me, because it can't always be me.
I will throw that in there. Yeah, this one's kind of almost back and forth. Shane gets on the board first. Chandler Stevenson ties it up at 2 in the second period. Stevie gets his second on a power play goal in the third, but they give up a Dylan Cousins goal pretty late into this one, kind of similar to the Montreal game. And we have to go to overtime. Nothing happens really in overtime. Ottawa only gets one shot. Seattle gets five. They kind of got was this Lina's game? I feel like it was Lina's game.
Yes,
Linus?
Linus.
Oh, I said it right.
They
Linus. They got Ulied, to an
sure
extent.
did.
Hmm?
I said they sure did.
Oh, I thought I heard Grubied. I was like, well, I
No,
don't
no, no.
think.
I would never.
I know that's why I was so confused. Uh, so that was tough. But again, you're getting points out of it. They continue the overtime thing, but they win in Toronto of all things. Uh,
Which, by the way, we did say was going to happen, so good for us.
this is true. And of course, it was who everybody expected to score the game-winning goal, by the way, in Josh Mahura. Again, Shane Wright starts the scoring. He does it with a power play goal, which the power play has not been bad to start the season. Hasn't been the best thing in the world, but it hasn't been bad. So I am okay with that.
There's some improvement
Uh,
there for sure.
yes, I will take improvement. Yanni Newman scores his second of the year in the second period. John Tavares scored the first of his two, which I only knew because I have him in fantasy. So I'm watching the game and then getting ESPN fantasy notifications. I'm like, can we not do this? My fantasy team thanks you. My real life team does not thank you. Vince Dunn makes it a 3-2 game in the second. Tavares gets his second in the third, the power play goal. We have to go to overtime, and Josh Mahura somehow gets past Willie Nylander and beats Anthony Stolars, and that created a whole thing. This game generally created a whole thing because there were the Kraken players who came into the game wearing Mariners jerseys. Um, that was a cool little operation I heard about. I will not say much, but let's just say that wasn't like super planned out. They got him like the day before, the day of. So that was cool. Uh, I think Courtesy Saki Deep Sea Hockey did like look at the numbers though and saw who had the most Ontario-born players in the NHL, and Seattle is at the very top. So it makes it interesting. But let's fact check things because the Blue Jays, unfortunately, after advancing to the World Series, were more worried about tweeting the Kraken
Was weird.
than going. It
Hmm.
was very bizarre because they tweeted about Shane Wright,
Who
who's
didn't
one
even
of
wear the
who
jersey.
didn't wear it, who was one of multiple, again, Ontario players, and did all this weird thing. I'm like, you are going to the World Series. Congratulations to you, so on and so forth. But you are more worried about the 32nd NHL franchise. Okay.
It, it was odd.
Uh, Two, because a lot of Toronto people freaked out about it. Not everybody wore them. They're not forced to do this, including Shane did not wear it. I was like, why are we freaking out? Maybe this is just a Toronto thing. I don't know. So Josh Mahura scores that game winner, so that felt great. Should have been the first of two major wins in that city for Seattle-based teams. Alas, the devil is strong and he hates us.
Hmm.
Uh, and yeah, Josh Mahura gets his first goal in 1,000 games. His last goal against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So that's fun. I guess Josh hates Toronto. Who knows? So that was enjoyable. It's always kind of fun when the Kraken can come and do that. I did watch the Steve Dangle video. I don't watch a ton of Steve, but that was quite entertaining.
Well, I
Uh,
haven't watched it. I've seen it, but I haven't watched like I've seen it around, but I haven't watched it yet.
Same.
it's entertaining. He is respectful of the Kraken, which is nice. I don't like when people are just shitting on the Kraken because they don't know about them. He did. He That was nice. And then the
He seems
back to back
pretty,
comes.
pretty
Hmm?
like he seems like one that does his research usually. I don't know. I don't pay a lot of attention to him, but
I think he knows puck pretty well. I'd
yeah.
say so. And I think what he was saying about the Maple Leafs and their issues made sense too. So I was like, oh.
Quick to call
And I
him
think
out, that's for sure.
the Stolars come like worry was warranted. I don't think he had an issue with specifically Marchment. I think he had barreling into him like a bowling ball and we bowling. I think it was more the fact that nobody from Toronto did anything
Yeah,
about
they
it.
stood there and watched.
Like, yeah, I think that's more where his anger was. So anyway,
Sure.
that not my zoo, not my monkeys, that sort of thing. Uh, this back to back. I didn't think they'd win both games. I didn't think they'd lose both games, let alone get like ass pounded in both of these games. The Flyers game was brutal because
Yeah.
it came the same day as the Mariners losing the LCS in 7 games, and it was just weird. I think I got on the board first, and I felt pretty good about that because at first it looked like it was Kel Fleury's goal. And I think that would have been Kel Fleury's first goal in a Kraken sweater. They changed it to Jordan Eberle, which is fine. But for Kale's sake, I wanted that for him. And then it was four unanswered goals for Philly from Owen Tippett, Tyson Forster, Travis Konechny, and Noah Cates. I Just a bunch of orange, man. Just a bunch of orange. literally with Tippett, a bunch of orange. Yanni Newman gets on the board in the power play. Nice to see him scoring. He's gotten some weird minute fluctuations. And I get he's still young and there's still things he can get better at, but I'm like, hey man, if you're gonna play him, let's play him. I don't really like the fourth line idea. So I mean it brings Seattle within 2 goals, but Owen Tippett and his gingerness. Uh, oh yeah, all the goals came in the second period. That's right. Gets not really a response, but he gets the next goal. And that was kind of that. This game got kind of ugly too. There were a lot of penalties, including Ryan Lindgren getting busted up in the face. On this road trip, Ryan Lindgren has taken a puck to the head and neck, left the game, come back and gotten into a fight and got all bloody. That guy's a fucking warrior, man. If nothing else, he is a warrior.
Good for him. But like of all the dudes to pick a fight with, Travis Konechny was not the one. Like I just don't understand that. Of all the ones he could have
So
picked,
I don't know Orange Puck. What's his deal?
TK is feral in like the best way. Love him.
Ah, so
He's
he's
like
like a
Johnny
lunatic.
Gord.
That's why he's Yanni, but like
Ah, I
feral to like
see.
100. Like it's
Well, because what the was it Konechny who had hit Cartier in the first place because he was defending Ty.
no, it was I don't remember. I think it was Coots, wasn't it? I don't remember it wasn't TK that hit him because but he inserted himself into it. I don't remember what happened.
Ah, okay, yeah. Because I didn't know why. I was like, oh, Ryan Lindgren, his face is busted up. That's not shocking, but why did we get to this point? And then they showed Ty on the ground, and I was like, that's not great. But I do appreciate the standing up. That's nice. Not something they've had. Just unfortunate. I guess he picked a raccoon of a human being to pick up. That's not great. So yeah, didn't feel great about that. And then I already didn't feel super good about the Washington game. And then they give up the first 3 goals unanswered. And I was like, this is very bad. Um, the third one specifically, I didn't like. Jacob Chikrin scores on the power play. Unfortunately, we're going to talk about him again. Ryan Lindgren is in the box, but that was one Matt Murray should have had. I've kind of had my concerns about Matt Murray. I think I've said them on the training camp videos Jade and I did. See, I have opinions about Matt Murray,
Hmm.
and they came out here. Jaden Schwartz gets Seattle on the board in the third period, really late into the game. I think 4 minutes into the period. Cal Molson, of all people, nets the empty netter. Seattle has lost 2 consecutive games in regulation. Don't like that. I think the most concerning thing is just the fresh. Hey, they're still in the top 3 in the West.
Good. Good for them.
Yeah, I did.
Um, oh, of all people, the Anaheim Ducks are on their tail.
Interesting.
Um, I think the most concerning thing is the lack of like tight hockey because they've played obviously in those games, those first 3 games on the road, they're tight. You probably don't want the first any of them to go to overtime. You have those leads late in the first 2, and then in these last 2, it's just kind of unraveled a bit. And I'm happy to give them leeway considering the people they're missing, but it's difficult, and I do wonder how often they're going to be able to keep up the like level of tight hockey intensity, you know, that is required, under this Lane Lambert sort of thing. I know Jade has been in Vegas, so if you
Hmm.
don't know too much on it, that's fine. Just generally feelings about this road trip before we get to, I'm gonna call it the Peg, before they get to Winnipeg.
The
Because
best.
I think Winnipeg's won 5 straight coming
Yeah,
into this game. Like, I never feel great about playing Winnipeg, but yeah, I don't know. Just any general feelings from the yep, 5 straight. Jesus Christ. From the road trip so far. Because I think, yeah, the first 3 games I'm happy with. You losing in overtime, don't feel great about losing the shootout, don't feel great about, but you're getting a point, that's fine. Getting run out of the building in back-to-back nights, not so good.
Hmm. I feel like the last time we recorded, I said hopefully they win at least half of the games and not too many guys come back injured. And
Well,
uh so there's certainly a lot of injuries. But I feel obviously didn't win half of the games. However, they did walk away with 2 points from those games, and there's still tomorrow to like kind of see what happens. But that's uh not the absolute worst case scenario, I guess. So the injuries obviously are problematic, um, and not looking too great for them. Hopefully, I know there's a couple day to day, so hopefully some of those guys are back. I'm sure we're gonna go into injuries after this, so I'm trying to not like harp on that too much, but that's really all I have. I think I watched the game on Tuesday while I was packing. Thursday I was flying the entire game basically. Saturday I was keeping up with the game a little bit more, but then I saw that Seattle was winning and I was like, okay, cool, I can put my phone back away. And then, did not touch my phone really at all during the game on Monday, because the Mariners were playing and I did not want to know what was going on. And then I was flying during the game again yesterday. So I have not watched a whole lot of Kraken hockey on this road trip, and I kind of planned the trip to be that way where I could take a break. So yeah, that's kind of all my thoughts is the not winning or only winning one, I guess, is not the worst outcome that they could have had.
is Toronto really the only one we've won?
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh, well, damn. I don't know why I thought we had two. Maybe because we went to overtime twice.
Yeah. And
I think I said if we could win two, I would be happy. So we're almost there.
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow by some stroke of luck. Win. I don't know.
Winnipeg
The
should just
Kraken are
roll over.
they're weird because like the teams that everybody's like, oh, they're gonna win, no problem. We get slaughtered, and then teams that are like, oh, we're gonna lose horribly, we get it together somehow. So I never really know what the fuck they're gonna do when they get on the ice, and it's just cracking hockey, baby. You never
Yeah.
know. Like, but
I
yeah,
also kind of intended to watch a little bit more of it. There were a few times where I was like, sitting at a bar, walking through a bar or whatever, and a game would be on, and I would be like, oh, or the Kraken game would be on, and I would be like, oh, cool, I'll watch a few minutes of it. But um, the Mariners being so deep into playoffs also kind of screwed it up because they were doing really good when I wasn't touching my phone. So even when the Kraken were playing and the Mariners were also playing, it was like no Twitter, no Facebook, no Instagram, not even pulling my phone out to take a picture, really, like no texting anybody back, nothing. Phone in purse, not touching it. So, um, that kind of screwed up my plan to at least keep up a little bit more with them, but also a break is nice.
Yeah, I think what's that like? I think um yeah, I largely I'm like, hey, please get home safe. Like
Mhm.
let's not add anybody to the law in Winnipeg here. Like they do. I know we've made several comments throughout, last season and this season about, oh, do I sound different? Except my microphone changed. Stupid. Um, about them kind of playing to their level of competition, which is a good and a bad thing. You want to be playing good against some of the top teams in the league. You also want to be able to handle teams that you should be beating, which they don't like to do. I am just interested to see if they're able to keep up the level of we're going to use coach speak, the level of compete, right? Like Montreal, good team. You played them pretty tight. You gave up the late goal, unfortunate. Ideally, when you're healthier or when are hitting on those systems a lot more, you're able to close that thing out. Same with Ottawa. Had the lead late, close the thing out, get both of the points. Um, didn't really have a chance in either of these games. And back to back, had the lead in Philly, which was nice. And then they said, actually, we are going to wake up and you are going to be smothered in orange. And they were, team color wise and Owen Tippett wise. And then in Washington, I already felt bad just second game of back to back against a Caps team that played the way they did last year. They've still got a lot of that talent. Yeah, Winnipeg. especially if it's Hellebuck. So
Mm.
we'll we'll see on that. But yeah, I think my biggest concern is them getting back healthy at this point, which I don't want to like throw the towel in. I do imagine they'll be somewhat competitive, but like at this rate, it's it's not going to get easier. I'd rather you get home and get set for the what 5 game homestand you're about to have, which starts against Edmonton, against of all people, you know. So, um, yeah, that's kind of where I am with that. Like, yeah, getting the points in Montreal and Ottawa does make maybe only if they do end up with only one win on the road trip a little bit better. Again, it's not great,
Hmm.
but
Even if they could
uh,
just get to overtime tomorrow, if they lose again, fine. But then at least you're coming home with one more point under your belt.
yeah, I would honestly take if they can get to overtime tomorrow, I will consider that a win for them. And
Hmm.
if they're healthy, if someone doesn't leave the game and you get a point, I'm happy with that. Um, yes, we've beaten the injury thing to death. I don't actually talk about the injuries. What the list, the normal list coming into the road trip. Well, Riker Evans is still on IR with the upper body. He'll be out for a little bit. Capo Caco, I broke my hand. Still out week to week. But Freddie Goudreau was
Oh,
placed
that
in
broke my.
IR with an upper body injury. So we've got a new addition to IR. Brandon Montour is out with a personal reason. As typically with the personal reasons, there's no reason given. I have no care to dig into this sort of thing. You're just hoping that things are all good with him and his family. Usually that's what it is with these sort of things. So hoping that's all right. Um, God damn, I'm trying to scroll down to the fucking statement. Yeah, Brandon Montour will be taking a temporary leave of absence to attend to a family matter. No further details will be shared at this time, and the team requests that his family privacy be respected during this period. I think that's totally fair. That came out the same day as the Gaudreau thing. Obviously, they don't plan that sort of thing, but kind of a double whammy, like punch in the face. This came right after the Sens game. Yes, right after the Senators game. Um, and then, dang it, trying to find this all up so I can give you a time period, right? So yeah, they go at overtime in Ottawa. You lose Freddie Gaudreau the next day. I can read. Reading's not hard. Yes, the day of the Flyers game, Jared McCann was ruled out in the morning. The team tweeted from the PR account, Jared will not play tonight and is out day to day with a lower body injury. We go through Philly. Um, oh yeah, the next day ahead of the Caps game, Billy Altavinen got sent back down to Coachella Valley. He had got called up when Ryan Lindgren took a puck up to the head and neck area because they assumed he would probably there was concern he'd be out, of course, and they brought Ben Myers up. I said, why is Ben Myers coming up if he sent a defenseman down? Well, it's because Machen, that's his new name.
Patient.
Please write that down. Mason Marchment was ruled head of the um, Caps
Capital.
game. He was ruled out, and same with Jared. It's out day to day with a lower body injury. Don't know what they're doing to their lower bodies. It's not my prerogative, but yeah. So you're missing. I have to go back to the Kraken Hockey Network screenshot that Jade sent me. You're missing. Well, again, in
All of
addition
them.
to your previous injured reserve guys on this road trip, you've lost 3 forwards and a D. One of, I'd argue, your best defenseman. You are missing your best goal scorer. You're missing the guy you traded for to help your offense in Mason Marchment, and you're missing a big mustache and Freddie Gaudreau. Of course, he's more of those things, but I try to bring some comedic effect. Usually, it's not very good.
No, it's
Yeah,
fair.
that's not good, man. I mean, yeah, this team already kind of had the deck stacked against it in terms of not having a true star, not really adding in free agency. And now they're all dead. Not really.
RIP.
This is pretty remarkable. I mean, I know I've talked to uh RJ with Emerald City Hockey. He's like, hey, like some of these injuries are pretty normal. Like the Kraken just had really good injury luck last year, relatively. Obviously, Ebbs was at most of the year, but like this is a lot. I mean, I feel like a byproduct was getting Berkly his debut. He hasn't looked overwhelmed, which I think is nice. Like I think the
How did they
size
kill
is
you?
still a thing, but he doesn't look rushed, he doesn't look overwhelmed, doesn't look out of place. He played 18 minutes against the Caps, who aren't like a soft team. Not when you've got that that goon, that thug Tom Wilson. Um, you know, which is good. I think it's good he gets this experience now. I don't know what the plan is, because I think at one point he was eligible or close eligible for a 14-day conditioning stint in the AHL. And I said, hmm, Jason Bottrill playing checkers here. Hmm. I can only play. Oh wait, no. Yes, yeah, I can only play checkers. Yeah. Um, but this is this is quite concerning, especially today. The fact that Ty Nelson's out, what week to week,
Hmm.
with a lower body injury. Like the organization is feeling it. Leighton Rhodes out week to week with an upper body injury. Max McCormick's not playing at all this year with what hip replacement. Um, it's tough, man. I mean, oh, and Edward Shawley is out too down in Coachella Valley. Do we have an organization anymore? Are the Kraken going to exist? I don't know. Um,
Yeah, we got to get Joey to play forward. We got three goalies. One of them's gonna have to suit up.
we're running out of position groups. One of you guys is going to play out of the net. Um, yeah, I guess are there any thoughts or any beliefs about these injuries? Because this is getting to a point, man. It's kind of
It's,
remarkable.
it gets to a point, man.
Yeah.
Oops, I just tried to look up Twitter and I typed titter. I'm smart.
That's what
Um,
you want.
I don't have a whole lot of thoughts about the injuries, plural, because there are many. Aside from like, I don't know, have they considered not getting injured anymore?
The Firebirds are running 7D tonight because they are hurt.
Oh my God.
So
Okay,
what is he
anyways,
looking like?
oh my God. I'm having flashbacks to John Tortorella hockey.
Oh,
Um,
PTSD.
yeah. Um, have they considered not getting injured? And also, please, dear God, they all need to get home in one piece at this point. Like, they can lose tomorrow. They can get,
Don't say that word. They can lose.
they
Period.
can lose really, 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 really bad, like really embarrassingly. That's fine if they all stay healthy. That's my biggest concern at this point, I think, is not having any more long-lasting injuries. And also, Ryan Lindgren appears to be almost as accident prone as I am, which is just impressive, impressive work.
Just that dude eats pucks. Like it's like you can't kill him. Like
Hmm.
they are trying everything they can, and he's just like, no, I'm good. Put me back. Oh, okay, man.
Um, but yeah, I hope that they just get home with no more injuries. That's my only injury thoughts.
So PTSD for you stands for post Tortorella stress disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
What
I don't
else?
know. Like I've only had 5 years of hockey that I've followed consistently. This feels like a lot. Some people will say it's normal. I think it's a lot. I think this is not good. I do wonder um if this means or like what I think we talked about this in the preview episode. I don't know who I talked about it with, but I do wonder what call-ups it'll mean if shit like this will continue, right?
I thought for
Um,
sure we'd call up Nelson, but just kidding.
he
Like
can't
Nope.
do that. He's broken.
I thought for sure he'd be one of the first couple. I mean, like once we got into like the 50 million injuries we have, I'm like, oh well, who can we call up? Well, Nelson
50
eventually.
million and one.
Um,
Just kidding.
as we're talking about this, I just got a notification from Seattle Kraken Reddit. And
Oh,
all I can see is the headline. I know we're not supposed to blame injuries, but can we blame injuries? And that's very good comedic timing.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's been a season so far.
you think we can borrow like Hillary Knight?
This is
Be like,
please
hey,
God. She could
different
fix
league,
Hillary Knight
real
could fix
captain right
with her
there.
eyes closed. Like she could whip us into shape so fast.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Firebirds too, with Chalet, with Ty Nelson, with Max. I'm like looking at this because I'm still looking at them playing with 7D. Like, God, man. Yeah, well, like even in looking at this, like trying to look at the forward group to see who I'd call up, like Molgard played pretty well in
Yeah.
the preseason. I look at him. I don't know if I'm ready to try Jagger Furcus yet.
To
Uh,
say,
at
Fergus,
the
get
pro
ready,
level,
buddy.
I don't think that would be good for him.
All 4 feet of you, get ready.
Uh, Besides like Mitchell Stevens, who's already been up here, who's like played yo-yo, Logan Morrison, Jacob Melanson played up here last year. Yeah,
Limo would be good.
right. It's just I'm pretty like shocked. I'm like looking at it in totality and talking about it is it's no good. It's no good, and we'll see how they persevere through this because not like um it doesn't get easier when they get home. Like so to
Hmm.
say, with Edmonton, Montreal says hello again. Uh, the Will Borgen return game in the Rangers on November 1st as the NHL website is loading, so I can't look at the rest of them. It doesn't get easier.
After the Borgen game, it is
The Kraken,
Chicago. Huh?
who decided to like bring Connor Bedard whimsy for some reason. They're like,
Yeah.
hey,
I'm telling you, man, Nazar changed that whole team. I'm like they are. And what's the other one? Reichel? Is that his name?
Yeah.
oh,
They,
Michael.
they got
Don't
new
forget
kids.
about old friend Andre Burakovsky.
Yeah, Berkey too. They gave him some dumb, affectionate, and personality people, like, and they
Hmm.
were a whole new team now. Like,
Personality.
But yeah, it's the Blackhawks and then the Sharks for the first time this season. And Sharks games are Sharks games
every time.
Yeah.
every time.
Rules and logic go out the window when they're playing the Ducks and the Sharks.
Hmm.
Yep.
Lane Lambert's sitting there in his office every day, like, who's hurt today? Who are we calling up? Just have the Firebirds up on speed dial. Be like, hey, we need another one of your children. Okay, sounds good. Get on a plane. Mm. I just, yeah,
Oops.
I'm still in shock about this. Well, let's see. I'm gonna have to stop this because I'm just so shocked. Yeah, I don't know. I guess is there any sort of other goal going into Winnipeg besides please nobody else get hurt?
I got nothing.
I'll say at this point, probably not. Like, just get through it in the many pieces that we are currently in. Get through it.
Yeah.
Because I think they're pretty healthy. Old friend and former Thunderbird Brad Lambert, um, almost tapped Wenatchee, Winnipeg. Brad Lambert's in their lineup. I think I saw today that it's likely he'll stay in the lineup.
Mhm. I did.
Um, oh, they're doing their throwbacks. Yeah, they're doing the throwbacks against the Kraken, so they'll be swagged out.
Oh, good.
They'll wake up and turn their swag on, unlike Jade. Sorry, Jade.
Maybe their throwbacks will have the same effect our throwbacks did, and it'll be fine.
Perhaps.
Like, that'll even out.
Doesn't I don't feel confident. Oh, and they played what? They played Comrie last time they played, so yeah, I imagine it'll be Hellebuck. Wonderful. Great.
Fine.
Excellent. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't feel super great about any of this. Um, hmm. Well, I guess I will take this time to look at it. Has anything stood out player wise? again, I think the biggest thing for me is seeing Berkly Catton and him not looking overwhelmed, which is nice. I think that's very nice. Like that was one of my big things. Like playing in the preseason is fine, but you're also largely playing against other children, the other team's children. I know there was the that last tune-up game right against Edmonton here at home, and he had this. Well, that was the three penalty day. That was Berkeley's going to get a hooking call every time. Um, yeah, Washington, I think one of not an easy team to play against. Um, didn't look overwhelmed. Got 18 minutes of ice time. I think RJ with Edward City Hockey tweeted out Shane Wright's only gotten 18 minutes or more once in his career. I'm like, oh, it's not good. Not like that. Um, yeah,
Hockey
I do
sucks.
think that's been nice. And I would like for Yanni Newman to not be locked into low minute hell. Um, it's about playing the kids to me. I'm like, hey man, you've got these children. They should be the future of the organization. That's kind of where my mind is at. Anything stand out player wise for either of you over the road trip so far, of course, because there is a peg.
I think Lindgren, we were talking about earlier, you just can't kill that guy.
Yeah.
Like he won't give up. So I mean, I think that was nice to see because we don't necessarily have a lot of that from other seasons. We didn't really have a whole lot of that, and that was nice. And the standing up for um Shane, that was nice too. Because I mean, it's happened before. It's usually McCann for some fucking reason. Well, they'll like stand up and try to fight and spark
He
some
gets all Garrett angry.
yeah, like the Hulk. And it's
I
just
agreed with, oh, sorry, Miracle, go on.
I'm like that was literally it. Like that's the
Oh,
one
okay.
I'm like, yeah, that guy.
I agree with both of that. And like I said earlier, I didn't, wasn't able to watch a whole lot of the games, but I obviously, after games went and checked in and watched some highlights and kind of looked over like just the general like game, the box score or whatever on the NHL app. And I largely agree with the Catton and the Lundgren thing where it's just kind of nice to see this kid that's been healthy scratched for so many games come in and, look pretty confident, like Charles was saying, and not look like he's being, you know, fucking mowed over basically by other players, despite his size and yeah, Lindgren standing up for his teammates. So really just the same things that you guys have already said.
I think it's certainly like we knew these sort of things about Ryan Lindgren, right? And it's nice to see them in action. I'm not surprised about it.
Oh.
But it's like, hey, this is what you expected when you brought him in here. Um,
I was a little
and
surprised about him getting attacked by a dog essentially, and then getting right back out there and being like, "Yep, let's go." Like, oh, okay.
yeah, no, that is like
Oh my
again, the
God.
guy is a warrior. Like that is pretty admirable. And yeah, not having to have your leading point getter go out there and defend your players. That's nice. Or have to defend himself. That shouldn't happen. Yeah, the confidence thing with Berkeley is certainly a thing too, because we're doing this over again. We're doing the Shane Wright process plan over again where people are overreacting. Oh, he's rotten in the press box. One, no, he's not rotting. He's a child. He's not like spoiled milk. He's not up there rotting. I don't think there's like green stink lines coming off of him. Um, it is different being in an NHL environment, being around NHL practices, learning NHL systems. Like, first of all, that's what he's doing or what he's been doing before he's actually gotten game time. Um, I think that's good. He's 19 for fuck's sake. Like, if he goes back to the W, it's okay. I'm gonna play if because it's going back to Spokane, playing the same system, dominating the same children, not getting better necessarily. I'm sure there are things that he could work on and gradually improve upon, but you're playing real men every day in practice. And the confidence thing, yeah, you are playing against. I know he's got an interesting past. Other things. You're playing the league's all-time leading goal scorer, and Alex Ovechkin. Some of the tougher players in the league, and that goon Tom Wilson. Um, they've got a good roster over there. I mean, they won a lot of games last year for a reason. And to look confident and to, you know, I think one thing, oh, that was a Newman thing. I really like Yanni Newman. Um, yeah, to look confident against one of
I
the
like
better teams in the league. Yeah. Put that in the put a pin in that because I have thoughts on that because something was brought up with him and another Finn. Um, but that's good. That'll help him. I do think it is cool too. Like he gets his first career point against Philly, and it comes on a goal for Jordan Eberle, who he's openly talked about, admiring growing up. I think that's cool. That's a cool first moment to share that with. Um, his playmaking's there. Like with the assists, those are going to come. I think that's clear and obvious. Um, I think that's certainly going to help. But and maybe it's a little pessimism, but it's another instance of having someone who can distribute the puck when you need maybe more goal scorers. Chandler Stevenson can distribute the hell out of that puck. Where are the guys who are putting it in the back of the net? Which gets me,
They're on the IR.
yes, they are
Yeah.
they are broken. It's the SpongeBob guy. I broke all my limbs. Um, and not being hesitant shooting the puck. Someone brought up Ellie Tolvanen. I like Ellie Tolvanen a good amount. I think he is great. Not really like I haven't seen his shot used. I think enough is fair over the last few years. Feels like he's more hesitant to shoot that thing, so to say. Yanni Newman, that motherfucker says, "I'm gonna put this thing on the net, and you are gonna have to deal with the consequences, whether it's going up and past the goalie and rimming back around to your zone, or it's actually creating a scoring chance." I think if you've got a shot like the two best shots on this team are him and Ellie Tolvanen, shoot that bitch. Like as I just said, you've got guys who can distribute the puck. That's fine. That's great. Passing very good, very fun. These need shooters. Um,
We are very good at passing, and we will pass it a lot.
yes, pass good. That's fine.
They do
Stop.
love playing catch with the puck.
I'm like,
Do this
especially
thing
on a
where
Have
you
they
fucking
considered
pass.
baseball?
the power play when they're just like, you, no, you, no, you. I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
one of you don't fucking shoot
It's
it. I
like
don't even
it's
care.
there are drills where it's like, all right, complete so and so passes. I'm like, okay, we can stop completing the passes now. Do
Pass
the
is complete.
pass or you put it at the goalie. Oh, yeah. No, I do want to see a little bit more out of Ellie in that regard, especially with the injuries. I'm like, hey, if more guys are going to be hurt, and especially guys like Mason Marchment, um, and Jared McCann, who will ideally help your offense, I would like someone's got to step up. You need people to step up. Oh God, yeah, and if he's playing second line minutes, you've got a line of Chandler Stevenson, Jaden Schwartz, Chandler Stevenson, Ellie Tolvanen. Chandler, as I've said, can distribute that bitch. Um, we're using this a lot of swear words today. I think
Hmm.
that's kind of the state of where this organization is. Um, Jaden Schwartz can get net front, so on and so forth. Ellie Tolvanen doesn't really get net front. Shoot that bitch. Like, let's go. Because if he's not gonna do it, have Yanni Newman
Somebody's
take
got
it.
to do it.
Honestly, like so yeah, I don't know. That's kind of I don't know. It's interesting to see how people feel about it, about these players, especially when things are getting tough, with the injuries, right? And I hadn't really thought about that. And unfortunately, it's one of those things where it's like I kind of have forgotten that Eli Tolvanen exists. I'm like, oh yeah, you're on the team. Like that's not great. I would
Yeah.
like to kind of forget that the D exists because that means they're doing their job and they're not involved in like a bad play. Forwards,
I need to remember that you exist.
so sorry. I went on my Berkly, Catton, Yanni Newman, Ellie Tolvanen rant there. I went into three different rants. Um,
They all had the same idea at the core of it, just to shoot the
Hmm.
fucking puck.
Shoot the
Like,
puck! Shoot that bitch! Oh my God. Yeah, no. Again, Berkeley, fine in terms of the passing. I am happy with what I've seen from him from two games. I am interested though, and maybe it depends on the injuries, but with the way he's looked, if he's able to keep or maintain a level of that, if they keep him past the 9 games,
Hmm.
uh, because again, you're not doing shit in the WHL besides dominating, and that's fine. But if you're getting confidence here, I would keep that going.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. There's only so much he can do if he goes back down. Like, that's just
And
frustrating.
well, now I'm gonna find this because yeah, there were certain conditions that he was going to hit regarding a conditioning stint in the AHL, and I'm like, that's fine, but that's 14 days, right? And there was a span where the Firebirds were going to play 6 games over the time. That's fine. It's good. 6 games, pretty decent. Nope, I don't want to look up the Kraken. They didn't tweet that. They didn't tweet that bitch. Um, I I gotta see it because I am interested to see if that would still apply or that's broken. There are people who read the CBA. I don't know how to read. Jade reads the CBA. I don't know how to read.
I have in fact read the CBA.
Nerd,
I know.
nerd. See my finger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
A
this
little bit
is
of light reading, no biggie.
Berkly Catton had 18 minutes and 13 seconds of ice time in his second career game. Shane Wright has only hit 18 minutes twice in his 102 game NHL career. Okay, October 16th. This was before. This was the morning of the Ottawa game. Um, Berkly Catton is set to be a healthy scratch again tonight. If he was scratched on Saturday, which he was against the Maple Leafs. Hon, hon, hon. Don't know why they're French. They are certainly not French.
French Canadian, why
Um,
not?
Fuck
close
it.
enough. We're just gonna make sure. I'm gonna make sure. Yep, he did not play in this game. Um, he'll be eligible for a 14-day conditioning stint in the AHL. So he's got that in his back pocket whenever they want. I'm wondering, um, when Jared or because they're day to day, Marchment
Hmm.
and McCann, um, if they kind of finagle that, you play within the 9 games, um, you get him those 9 games, but you also work that 14-day conditioning stint in there and kind of maximize levels of competition. Um, hmm, I'm thinking now, which doesn't happen a lot. Uh, hmm, okay. I do imagine that they'd use that though. I just think it's uh stupid that um oh yeah, they did get him a stint. They did get Shane Wright a stint before he went to the OHL. It's a little different with than what happened with Shane because what Shane had the different levels of international hockey. I think Canada played a few different tournaments here and there. And Shane was also, I think, older than Berkeley was at the time. But you guys were there when I talked to Shaner, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I asked him about Berkeley.
he was
Like,
nervous because there was
oh
three of us.
yeah, we intimidated him.
Yeah, good.
Um, yeah, and then afterwards, like, oh yeah, super hard questions. I was like, shut up, you nerd. Um, yeah, interesting. I do think they'll try to maximize that. Sorry, this pod is a lot more spacey than I thought it would be. But also, I think podcasts generally are like that, and they're like this is not a video essay. I don't have enough time to orchestrate that sort of shit. I think it's kind of meant to just talk. Um, to that regard, I've been talking too much. Is there any thought on the plan with Berkeley here? Do you guys have any concern on what the plan is here? Because I think it's good to have opinions, but I'm kind of fine letting them figure this out. Like when they were going through this with Shane, I was like, hey, if the plan is to let him fully cook, like let him bake, like this a little like he's a little pie, then let him bake. I would not worry about like if they had played Shane earlier than giving him all of last year, I don't know if I'd have liked that. I am happy with how it is right now. I don't like the stat about the 18-minute thing.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
like
not great.
that. But otherwise I'm pretty fine with it. Um
I have absolutely no concerns about the Berkeley thing. I am fully they've done a pretty good job at developing other young players. I have full confidence that they know what they're doing, and I uh, am witnessing too many crash outs about a very similar situation happening in Philadelphia that I cannot be bothered to care anymore. You do what you're gonna do with your prospects. I hope it works out. And I think that Berkly Catton has the ability to play. And if he spends the whole season kind of, I mean, if they decide to keep him for the 9 games and burn the 1 year of his ELC, that's fine, great, whatever. But or for more than the 9 games, sorry. But then I don't know, then I would just hope that they would maybe not limit his playing time isn't the right wording, but like kind of not play him every single game after that. Like I would hope that you would have, you know, 3, 4 games where he's a healthy scratch. And then I know that people would be like, oh my God, he's running in the press box, the same thing that they're saying now. I think that no matter what, nobody's going to be happy with what they're doing. And I'm just going to trust the organization to know what they're doing because they've done a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, I'm similar. I don't think it makes sense to send him back down. I think keep him, like
Yeah.
honestly, and then keep doing what you've been doing because clearly it's working. So,
Yep.
'cause he was not pushed around. He didn't look like he was going to shit his pants out there. He kept up really well. So
Hmm.
like I don't
I
I
like
don't think
that.
it doesn't make a lot of sense to freak out about something that hasn't happened yet. I'm trying to be better about that this season. So far, so good. I'm like trying not to like, oh, well, what if this who cares? It hasn't happened yet. Chill out. Like so far, so good. So
I wish that they could. I wish that they had implemented the new CBA thing where they can send each club can send one 19-year-old to the AHL. I wish that they had implemented that for this season and that they could have done that with Berkeley. They didn't. Okay, so then the next best thing is keeping him with the NHL team where he can work on developing these skills and he is, scrimmaging and practicing with the guys that he's going to be playing with in the next couple of years for one season where I don't think it's harming his development in any Mav harming his development in any way, shape, or form. And I think that it's just helping him, whereas going back over to Spokane might hinder his development a little bit.
it's just
And
there's not a lot of people for him to. There's not a lot of people that are like above you at that level once you
yeah,
reach where he is. So to send him back down to where everybody is at his level or not quite at his level just doesn't make sense to me. Like
yep.
you can't. There's not a whole lot of growth you can get there.
I
So.
agree, especially because there are so many kids that turned 20 in the past over the summer and everything and aged out of the CHL as a whole. Now he's not playing some of those like bigger, better names you hear all the time with like Easton Cohen, Denver Barkey, like Oliver Bonk, like those guys are all now aged out and in their AHL or NHL, whatever respective teams. And so he's not getting the same level of compete, like you just said. Like it's a completely different skill level going on there now.
Yeah, and something it makes me think about, right, is I think before the season I did my okay, they're gonna be mid, and I did that. But like he mentioned playing with guys, that ideally he will be playing with into the future. Uh I imagine there will be a bigger whatever happens this year. If yeah, he plays out the 9 games, however they plan to use it. In my mind, he does. He sticks with the team the whole year, and they do burn that first year. Because again, if he is able to keep this level, which I have no idea if he will, and so there will be an adjustment period, right, where he'll have to figure some things out. Um, I'll just go with that. Then you already have a pretty good base. I think he's already getting a good base, and he will if he does the whole 9 games thing of getting a expanded role next year when they have $35 million currently in cap space and I'm sure they'll sign people, so that will change. Guys will get extensions, whatever, bing bong. They could improve that number as well. Um, but you're playing with guys. I have to go look at the lineup again, but you'll be playing with guys that you've already got this year under your belt with. If we're going with my plan, right? We're going with the bald person's plan. We already have that chemistry, that base, that knowledge of Lane Lambert's systems, right? I think it would be cool to get him some power play time, given the skill that he's got. We talk about them playing catch with the puck. That can distribute. That's great. Wouldn't be bad to have. Um, yeah, you're playing with Matty Beniers, who will be around. He is locked down financially. He has to be around. Jordan Everly can't for sure say because it's the last year of his contract. Um, other guys like Shane, like Yanni Newman, Chandler Stevenson's on a fat contract. He will be around. Like you're playing with guys you could, depending on how if they move lines around, that you'll be around with. I think it's good to have some base, know how these things go for when um, next year comes where I imagine they'll bring in other new guys or they'll get who knows whether draft picks might come up, right? You will have a level above them because you'll have this sort of, you know, understanding foundational base under you. Yeah, that next year will be interesting.
I also want to
35.
go back to what I said about the other bigger names that are in the CHL as a whole. I know because I can just envision some fucking hockey uncle being like, well, actually, Berkly Catton didn't play any of these.
Um,
I know that. That was just a comparison for skill levels. Thank you.
I know. I was like, these are London Knights names. What
Yeah,
is going
no, those
on?
are it was just a general comparison. I can't remember any other names right now. My brain is not,
I can't
Jagger
read that.
Fergus is in the sin bin.
oh.
I
Lovely
thought you were gonna
place.
say he was injured, and I was like, "Fucking end it all. We're done. No
Jagger
more.
Cancel
Fergus.
hockey. It's
Ouch.
over.
The small ginger.
We'll start again next year. I mean, wrap it up. Like, goddamn.
Wrap it up. No Olympics.
There's not gonna
Um,
be anybody left to play in the Olympics. You said
Yeah.
what? Like,
I like I
I'm gonna have
like
to make
how
that meme now.
46 seconds ago, Coachella Valley, Ferk sits in the sin bin for roughing. 16 seconds ago, Ferk is free. Did they tweet late? Like,
fastest penalty ever.
I guess they said, all right, we're gonna
He said
make
he
it
let him out
the
early
same
for good behavior.
amount of length as your height. All right, go shoot. Yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with it with how they're handling Berkeley. I think people are a little bit we're having too much of a crash out here. You also will have two first round picks this year coming in 26. Totally forgot about that. Yummy.
Unless they
You know,
trade them.
to like buy. I don't
Yeah.
know if I don't know. We could see. I mean, I didn't think they. Well, I guess I did think that they would beat
I guess it
uh,
would depend on where
Toronto.
they're at a little bit later, but
They could add to that. I don't think they'll get another first rounder, but we'll see. Ooh, somebody wants Jordan Everly so bad. Ooh, doubt it. Yeah, Jesus. We've talked about the games. We've talked about how everybody is broken. We've complained about Berkeley Catton. Um, I've complained about Berkeley Catton. Is there anything else before we look at the schedule ahead of whenever we'll do next week's show?
we did look at the upcoming schedule for the games.
Well, I'll read the more specific ones. I always
Oh.
do that at the end. I always read the time.
Oh yeah, duh. Okay. No, I got nothing else then.
No.
Yeah, Thursday, the 23rd, which is tomorrow. Wow, it's Wednesday. My concept of time is crazy. I haven't done
Mine
enough
too.
hockey things. Playoff baseball has ruined my mind. I have lived three lives in the month of October. Maverick. Maverick, what do you think about Berkeley Catton?
He
No.
approves. I think
I don't know why he meowed. Look at
the
that
cat.
smirk ass face. He's got a smug face.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's like happy he did something that you didn't.
Didn't catch it yet.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, tomorrow at 5 o'clock Pacific time on the
Now's not the
Kraken
time,
Hockey
dude.
Network. Game
Sorry.
five
Hacking
and
up along.
um who doesn't like Winnipeg, I guess. That closes out the road trip. Saturday they're back um at home at Climate Pledge Arena on 7 o'clock against Edmonton. First matchup against the Oilers this year, Kraken Hockey Network and Kong. And then if we don't get a show done before Monday, they are playing the Canadiens on Tuesday, the 28th at 7:30
Ew, why?
on the
Weird
Kraken
times
Hockey
this year.
Network.
Oh
Um,
my God.
That was you.
Okay, dude, that's go. That's enough.
And you're banished now.
what just happened?
Never just like cough directly into the microphone.
I thought it was
I'm gonna
Jane. I was like, "Are you okay?"
I'm gonna have to skip to that part in the recording and see that because I was not looking at that.
I thought you were
Um,
gonna bite down on it.
He angled it perfectly. He was like, "Oh, this is my moment."
it's like y'all need to hear this shit. Um, God, okay. First giveaway isn't until the 1st of November, so we can wait. The luggage tag is pretty sick though.
Oh,
It's
that's a
the
giveaway.
yeah, the luggage tag in the third jersey is on first 10,000 fans against it's the Will Borgen game. So everyone can throw their luggage tags at Will Borgen. Just kidding. Please don't do that. Um, uh, oh, okay. Actually, there are two of the special ticket nights coming up. The Edmonton game is it's newcomer night. So if you're a new Kraken fan, I guess you can buy that ticket offer to welcome the Canadians into town. Nope. You know they're Canadian. The Oilers of the town. Gets you your ticket gets you a Kraken. It's a black ball hat with the anchor on it in Alaska. So if you want to root for Alaska. Um, and then the 28th game against the Canadians is Hispanic Heritage Night. I wish they could wear the jerseys. If you buy the special ticket offer, that includes a ticket, and a portion of your ticket purchase will go to El Centro de la Raza. They don't seem to be doing the cool little bags they were doing.
Oh, they're not doing the totes this year.
Doesn't
Bummer.
look like it. That's kind of disappointing. Um, hmm, okay. Yeah, that's that. Sorry. And then I started looking at the other ticket nights.
There,
Yeah.
some of them had a giveaway for the special ticket night. So I don't know if it's a tote, but I remember in a Facebook group I'm in, they were talking about a giveaway for the tote bags or for the special tickets. I just don't know which games.
Oh, there's a Kraken cowboy hat on Country Night against Dallas in November.
Shut up.
Iconic.
Uh, there's a
Ruth
bento
is very
box.
excited, I'm sure.
Oh, when the Flyers come to town, there's an Educators Appreciation Night, which is the bento box.
That's nice.
Um,
Interesting.
Pickleball, don't care. Shut up.
Why is
Uh,
pickleball a thing all of a sudden?
don't know. I'm not good at it. Oh, they're
I
gonna have
actually haven't played
Mariners
pickleball for a
night.
long time.
Oh, interesting. They're having Mariners night on the 9th of April, which is like 8 lifetimes from now. But it would be really cash money if they did the thing that the Rangers did with, I think, the Stars, and they do the Mariners themed warm-up jerseys.
That'd be fun.
Hmm. I'm scheming.
When does
Hmm.
spring training start?
Uh,
Around then or no?
late February. They'll be in the season already. That's the early part of the season. It'll be like their first week. Well, at least, well, actually, I can look at the schedule. I don't know why I'm guessing because usually now the MLB schedule starts at the very end of the month of March. Don't show me the Blue Jays scores. I will kill you. Uh,
Real.
and like the first week, oh, ew. I don't like that. Yeah, season starts last week. Why are we? I'm gonna fresh out. I'm not gonna complain about the schedule right now. April 9th. Okay, April 9th is an off day for the Mariners, so I imagine some of them will be there
That was
uh,
I was like, I just want to see some of them at the game. That would be fun.
before they start a 4 game. This is also stupid. I'm going to complain again. They play 4 games at home against Houston, go down to San Diego to say, Yay, San Diego. Play 3 games against the Padres, and then play. It's like they have a disjointed homestand. 4 against Houston at home, 3 against the Padres on the road in San Diego, then 3 against Texas, and 3 against the Athletics here. So there's those 3 road games. See what I mean?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Sure.
I have complaints.
Schedules are
But yeah,
weird.
I would really like for them to do the whole Mariners themed warm up jerseys. I think that would be very cash money.
That would be
That
cool.
would be cool. Because ever since I think it was the Stars and the Rangers did that, Texas Rangers, Dallas. Not like there's another fucking Texas team in the NHL. Wait. Yeah, Texas. Oh, they've done it on multiple occasions. Oh, I'm so jealous. The Dallas Stars get to have Jason Robertson and good baseball themed jerseys.
Just
Oh,
greedy.
fuck you. Fuck you.
Biblical levels of greed.
I know. All right. Okay. Well, I learned something looking at that. So until we see you next time, take care of yourselves. Be well. Do whatever you can to make today a great day. And don't cough into a microphone.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Jen.
Hey. Where are you going to watch all those Kraken away games?
Kraken away games, making a push. I was thinking of coming here just because Rough and Tumble is the home of Circling Seattle sports, only if that's okay with you.
I mean, I love that idea. Hope to see you here.